When people look at One Piece from the outside, they think it's just a goofy anime about a rubber guy punching people while yelling about meat.
There's a beautiful lady swordmaster with a whole bunch of meat! A lady with meat and swords?
You guys are helpless!
They see colorful islands. They see pirates partying. They see a skeleton making bad jokes and a reindeer who probably needs therapy. And honestly, fair enough. But if you've actually watched One Piece, if you've cried at 3 a.m. while staring at the ceiling after finishing an arc, you know the truth. The sea in this world is merciless. The world government rules with an iron fist. And the road to the One Piece? Yeah, it's basically paved with pain, tears, and emotional damage. Because in One Piece, dreams don't survive on hope alone. They survive because someone sacrificed everything so the next generation could keep moving forward. Someone looked at the future and said, yeah, my life is a fair trade for that.
Kuma, you are a hero. You're Bonnie's hero. You're too kind. Hey, Vegapunk.
And today, we're diving into the most heartbreaking sacrifices in One Piece history, not just sad scenes. I'm talking about moments so powerful, they literally changed the entire story. But before we start crying together, do me a tiny favor. Hit that subscribe button. We're incredibly close to a huge milestone, 2K subscribers. Yes, 2K. Honestly, at this point, it's basically a Yonko-level achievement. No pressure though, but also a little pressure. Alright, grab tissues, grab snacks, emotionally prepare yourself. Let's talk about sacrifice. Number 6, Bentham, better known as Bon Clay. Let's start with a character who proved something very important. You don't have to be family. You don't even have to be on the same crew. Sometimes all you need is pure, chaotic friendship energy.
Cause you guys are my friends. Oh, give me a break, guys. We may have had to fight on opposite sides of a war, but our friendship will last.
A man so loyal that if friendship was a devil fruit, he awakened it. During the insane escape from Impel Down, Luffy and the prisoners hit a massive problem. The gates of justice were closed, which basically meant no exit, no backup plan, and Magellan was coming. And if Magellan catches you, congratulations, you are now poison-flavored. Someone had to stay behind and open the gates manually, and Bon Clay didn't hesitate. Not even for a second. He used his clone fruit to disguise himself as Magellan, stayed behind in literal hell, and opened the gates from the control room.
Jinbei, you promised you weren't going to tell him until later. This is the last thing I wanted.
Damn it! How many times do you have to save me, huh?
While Luffy and the others escaped, Bon Clay faced the real Magellan, which is basically like saying, yeah, I'll just stay here and fight a walking chemical weapon. And his final goodbye over the Den Mushi? Man, that scene hurts. But Bon Clay didn't cry about himself. He only said one thing: go save your brother.
Straw Boy!
I'm here!
Straw Boy! Find Ace! Save him! I know you can do it! And you have lots of friends to help you!
No rescue request, no regrets, just pure loyalty. If Bon Clay did that, Luffy never reaches Marineford. The story changes completely, and somewhere deep inside Impel Down, a legend proved that the Okama way never dies. Also, quick reminder, if Bon Clay can sacrifice his freedom for Luffy, you can sacrifice one click for the subscribe button. Just saying. Next up, Pedro. And if you watched Whole Cake Island, yeah, you already know where this is going. During the escape from Big Mom's territory, the Straw Hats were completely trapped.
The Sunny is trapped in some kind of sticky candy.
This is getting dire. Will Mama Lickety kick your butts to the curb?
Parasparrow locked the Thousand Sunny in candy. Big Mom's fleet surrounded them, and the situation looked absolutely hopeless. But Pedro had been waiting his entire life for this moment. When he was young, he once asked Goldie Roger if he could join his crew. Roger told him something interesting. Everyone has their time. Pedro spent his life waiting for the ones who would bring the dawn of the world. And when he looked at Luffy, he realized, oh yeah, that's the guy.
Don't worry. Everyone will have a day when it's their moment to shine.
So Pedro grabbed Parasparrow, lit the explosives hidden under his jacket, and smiled. Meanwhile, Carrot is crying, the Straw Hats are screaming, and Pedro just calmly says, "Keep moving forward." Boom. Literally.
Don't do it!
That moment saved the entire crew, because if Pedro didn't do that, the Straw Hats die in Whole Cake Island. Wano never happens. Kaido and Big Mom probably take over the world. So yeah, Pedro didn't just save his friends, he helped make sure the dawn actually arrives. Number 4, Corazon, A Silent Love. Now this one hurts in a different way because it's quiet. No giant battlefield, no explosions, just snow, silence, and love. Don Quixote Rocinante, also known as Corazon, a marine spy inside his own brother's pirate crew, but his greatest mission wasn't stopping Doflamingo, it was saving one angry little kid, Trafalgar Law. Law had lost everything, his country, his family, his future, and he was dying from the white lead disease. Corazon saw this broken child and decided, yeah, I'm adopting him.
You were the one who was actually suffering back then. I just wanted to fix things for you.
He dragged Law from hospital to hospital, begging doctors for help, getting rejected again and again, and still never giving up. Eventually, he stole the Ope Ope no Mi, forced Law to eat it, curing his disease.
Look, Law! I brought a surprise with me! Eat up and gross! I don't care. Just eat the damn thing! You chew!
But Doflamingo found them, and in one of the most heartbreaking scenes in the series, Corazon is shot, bleeding, dying, but with his last strength, he activates the Calm fruit, creating complete silence so Law can hide in a chest. Corazon forces himself to stay alive just long enough so the sound barrier doesn't disappear, so Law can escape, and with a smile, he tells him, "I love you."
Calm. Now even if you rumble around in there, it won't make any noise. Law? I love you, kid.
That moment didn't just save Law, it created the man who would later help bring down Doflamingo. Sometimes the quietest sacrifice echoes the loudest. For years, we thought Kuma was a villain, the guy who destroyed the Straw Hat crew at Sabaody. Turns out, he was actually saving them, because if Admiral Kizaru caught them that day, the Straw Hats would have been deleted faster than my motivation to go to the gym. Kuma scattered them across the world, to the exact islands they needed to train. But that's only part of his story. Kuma's life is basically a non-stop tragedy arc. His race was hunted, his parents died in slavery, he lost the woman he loved, and his daughter Bonnie became sick.
By the way, what age did you become a slave?
When I was 4.
Same as me! Kumachi?
So Kuma made a deal with the world government. In exchange for curing Bonnie, they would erase his mind, his memories, his personality, everything that made him human. He allowed himself to become a robotic weapon.
All right, I'll do as you ask, but please let him keep some free will.
I gave you a very clear order, Vegapunk. Destroy every trace of his free will.
A slave to the celestial dragons, just so the people he loved could survive. Kuma believed in the legend of the sun god Nika, and in the end, he sacrificed his humanity so that Nika could one day return.
Told Bonnie that there's a warrior who moves to the rhythm of liberation and brings smiles to all. If there really is a hero who can change the world like Nika, I think it'll be Straw Hat.
Honestly, that man deserves the biggest hug in anime history. Number 2, Whitebeard, the passing of the torch. Now we talk about a man who didn't just change the story, he changed the entire world. Edward Newgate, Whitebeard, the strongest man in the world.
Those of you who'll still follow me, put your lives on the line! Get ready, man! He's coming this way! The strongest pirate of the world!
When Whitebeard went to Marineford, he already knew something. He wasn't coming back. He was old, sick, and fighting the full power of the Navy. But Ace was his son, and Whitebeard protects his family. When the battle turned disastrous, Whitebeard made the captain's decision. He ordered his crew to retreat while he stayed behind alone.
Pops, what are you doing? Marco! Listen, you stay out of this one, boy. But you're hurt!
To hold the entire Navy back, and the damage he took was insane. 267 sword wounds, 152 bullet wounds, 46 cannonballs. Half his face melted by Akainu, and still, he never fell to his knees. Even in death, he stood tall. But his final act changed everything. With his last breath, he shouted to the entire world, "The One Piece is real." And just like that, the Great Pirate Era exploded again.
In it myself. But someday that treasure will turn this world upside down. The One Piece! The One Piece is real!
The government tried to end piracy that day. Whitebeard accidentally advertised it instead. Legend.
And finally, the moment that broke every One Piece fan. Ace. The rescue at Marineford actually worked. Luffy reached him. The chains were unlocked. Ace was free.
Ever since you were little, you've never listened to a word I said, have you? Like old times, huh, Luffy?
But as they escaped, Akainu attacked Luffy, and Ace didn't think, didn't hesitate. He stepped in front of the Magma Fist, taking the fatal blow meant for his brother. As his Vivre card burned away, Ace finally found the answer he had searched for his entire life. Because Ace always wondered something. Did I deserve to be born? The son of Gold D. Roger, hated by the entire world. But in his final moments, looking at Luffy, looking at his friends, Ace finally understood something. He was loved.
Thank you for caring about someone like me. This world never wanted who has such bad blood in his veins. Thank you for loving me.
And with his last breath, he said, "Thank you for loving me." That moment shattered Luffy completely, but it also forged the will he needed to become stronger. It led to the 2-year training arc and eventually the rise of the future Pirate King. Inherited will, the destiny of the age, and the dreams of the people. As long as humans chase freedom, these things will never disappear. Bon Clay, Pedro, Corazon, Kuma, Whitebeard, Ace, they all gave up something, their lives, their memories, their future. But they weren't defeated, because in One Piece, a person only truly dies when they are forgotten. Their will lives on, through Luffy, through Law, through the Straw Hat crew, and through the dawn of the new world they helped create. Now, I want to know something. Which sacrifice hit you the hardest? Did I miss one that destroyed your soul? Maybe Yasuye? Maybe the Going Merry? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe.